Here in Hong Kong, we've just entered our third wave of COVID-19. Schools have closed, which means I can train more frequently, but gyms have closed, which means I have nowhere to train. Today I'm in the park to meet my old coach, Burger. I want to tell him about my idea and see if he wants to help me on my boxing journey and train me, especially during this lockdown period. Burger's over there just finishing his session. I just did 1 minute of skipping out here. It's 35 degrees and I am sweating already. So I think we can gather that I am not fit and the next hour is going to be pretty interesting. So what do you remember about training with me in the past before I quit boxing?
I think it's going good. I think the progress is good. Yeah, everything is good actually.
So we used to train together like, I guess 7 or 8 months ago. You were coaching at the gym.
We almost start together.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah.
A few weeks before you, a few months.
I mean, you were quite far ahead of me. And so now, I want to get back into it and see how far I can go. So where do you think we should start together? What do you think we should do?
I think we just gotta start from zero, restart everything, and then let's see what, because you're not like a complete beginner.
No.
So we can just work on what you lack of. I think the goal is put you in the ring, like sparring, like actually fighting for 3 rounds, 3 minutes. That's the goal. So we just gotta work around that. Like if you need to block more, then block more. If you need to attack more, then work on the attack. So it depends on what we gotta work, like what you need in that moment.
Okay. So here Burger just asked me to start with some basic footwork. So first moving in and out. That means the front foot coming forward and back, trying to keep my feet apart and trying to stay on the balls of my feet, so my center of gravity is always beneath me. Here he just asked me to start taking more angles and start switching and moving clockwise and anti-clockwise. That means my back foot's coming round to create different angles on my opponent that's in front of me. So here I'm just shadow boxing, building up the elements slowly so he can assess what I've remembered. Footwork looks okay, a little bit sloppy. I'm not always on the balls of my feet and I'm not always fully balanced the way I should be here, but I'm trying to create angles and be light on the balls of my feet, light on my toes, moving in and out. Now Burger said add some blocks, so now my hands come up and I start blocking side to side, and now head movement too. So I'm meant to be blocking and then slipping. Slipping is the head movement you use to avoid straight punches like the jab and the cross, and then rolling where your head draws a sort of U shape. That's to avoid hooks and other round punches. So you can see here I should be moving my entire body. It's called head movement, but really you use the entire body. So there's some slips and some rolls there. Looks okay, but everything's a bit stiff and robotic here. I wouldn't call this fluid. Okay, now we're adding the jab. So now Burger asked me to jab and double jab. So I'm adding that punch in with my blocks, my steps, my head movement, rolls and slips, and trying to let that jab out fully. Jab looks okay, double jab looks a bit rubbish, but can work on that. So here I'm just jabbing and moving, and now Burger said add the right hand. So now you can see the right hand's coming out, and that's the way it should look there. That looks okay. Fully extended, kinetic chain moving in a fluid motion from the foot all the way up to the fist. It should fully extend at the end. These look like good right hands that I'm firing now. My whole body is in motion, but as you'll see as I go on, I stop extending my punches, and that's going to be partially because of fitness, I think. So my punches look okay for now. I'm adding hooks and uppercuts in, still using head movement, still using foot movement. Some of these punches look okay, some of them are just a bit half-hearted. They wouldn't really do any damage and they wouldn't really be very consequential in a fight, but I'm trying to demonstrate good technique, and you can see Burger's watching to see what I'm doing. Okay, here, jab, hook, uppercut. Burger's asking me to do 3 punches with the same hand so I can get used to using my whole body and rotating fully and hitting a target. So instead of just throwing it like bah, bah, he's asking me to throw forwards as if something's in front of me that I want to hit. So jab, and then the hook has to come out towards something, and the same with the uppercut. It's not just going straight up, it's going towards something. And you can see after that drill, I'm just exhausted. This heat was absolutely fierce. Okay, gloves are on and we're working with the jab. You can see now I'm not letting the jab out as fully as I was when I was shadow boxing, so maybe that's something to work on here. Jab and double jab. Now we're moving jab, step back, jab. So moving in and out with the jab, trying to combine the punches with footwork. And next will be punches, footwork, and head movement. Trying to put all the elements together, see if my boxing brain is still in there somewhere. So jab, slip, jab. There we go, I got it. Jab, slip, jab. Jab, slip, jab. And then we're gonna add more head movement to that, I believe. There we go, jab, slip, jab, roll, jab. Jab, slip, jab, roll, jab. And you can see this is just all about combining punches and upper body movement. So Berger's trying to see if I can remember how to not just throw punches willy-nilly, but try and incorporate some evasive action every time I'm punching. So every time, we've moved on to the right hand here, but it's the same thing. Right hand slip, right hand roll, right hand. It's all about incorporating, attacking and evading into the same fluid movement, because that's the biggest difference between hitting a bag on your own and moving towards something like sparring, is you need to realize that if your defensive and evasive actions are not built into what you're doing, then you're gonna get hit frequently and hard. So here you can see the right hand is being combined with evasive movements. Right hand slip, right hand pull, right hand roll, right hand. So the three types of evasive movement there are the slip, the pull, and the roll. So all different ways to evade a punch, and they're interspersed between my punches. And then we just add the double jab to the end. I sped this up because this is just a repetitive drill. We just drilled this same combo again and again. You can see I'm getting tired here, quite fatigued, but trying to maintain good form. The punches are still coming out okay, but I'm starting to make more mistakes, forgetting the combination, forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing here every so often. You see, every time I finish the combo, my body just flops down. I'm not staying in my stance and I'm not staying relaxed and fluid. I am exhausted here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, the hook, and then a hook to the body with a slip. So 1, 2, 3, and then a slip, hook to the body. This is a real like Canelo Alvarez Mexican style combination. 1, 2, 3, slip, hook to the body, 2, 3, 2. Block to the body, upper. This combination is not realistic to be done in a fight, but it's something that tests all the different elements of evasive and offensive boxing in one motion. So Berger's just trying to program this into me here with a long and difficult combination. You can see that I'm following the steps, but my body's more upright now because I'm just getting tired. Right, so we just finished and I am destroyed. You look the same as when we started. What's your assessment? How bad am I? How rusty
Not bad.
am I?
It's just the fitness and the heat is too hot today, so we can't see too much. But the technique is there. Not too much we need to work on because the foundation is there. We just need to spend more time to build back the fitness.
Yeah.
And then do some sparring and see what's the problem. But
so I felt like I could remember some things like from before, but it wasn't really like connecting. My brain and my body weren't really like working together. So is there anything I can do before seeing you again to get myself ready?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is the conditioning. And the reaction. You need to be fit to have reaction. If you're not fit, your reaction is gone. But today you get tired too quick. So yeah, we can't see the reaction part.
I feel like at the start I had like a little bit of technique remaining from when I was boxing before, but then it just gradually like disappeared.
Because when you're tired, everything is gone. So first thing first, you can't get tired. Build back your conditioning.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay, so go for a run, skipping, hiking, stuff like that. Is that good enough?
Get used to the heat.
Get out in the heat. Yeah. Okay, get out in the heat because we're not going to be in a gym for a while.
A long time.
Yeah, I think so. So Berger was pretty clear in his assessment that my fitness and conditioning is the #1 thing that's slowing me down right now as I get back into boxing. The gyms are closed, so I need to get used to the heat. So one thing that still isn't closed are the mountains. So today I'm going to hit the trails and try and build up some of that fitness that I've lost. See how it goes.
if you watch boxing or you listen to people speaking about boxing, they'll often talk about something called road work. Road work is just that sort of continuous, long running, pounding on the pavement, cardio, steady, kind of just, you have to put your miles in, have to get your endurance up so your legs can keep going throughout several rounds. That's called road work. That's something that I've always struggled with because I find it pretty boring just to run flat on the same place for a long period of time. I hate that. So today I'm going to run up in these mountains. I'm going to walk up the steps. Every time I see a flat part, I'm going to try and run. If I can't run, I'll walk, and I'll just see how I do, and maybe I can compare it, do the same run again, see if my fitness is improving or not. It's so hot. My heart rate has been in the red or orange zone the whole way up here. It's absolutely pounding. It must be like 34, 35 degrees. When the sun is on you, it's unbearable. When you're in the shade, it's manageable. If Berger wants me to get ready for the heat, then I'm doing it because this is hot. Nearly at the top. One more steep ascent to go, and then it's down. That's the top. And now, because of the heat, I'm heading straight back down. No time to rest, because every minute out here is taking a toll on me. And that last section down here, walking up there was really tough. I felt myself overheating, panting. I was putting my hands on my knees to just force myself up these steps. And I think visualization in boxing is quite important for lots of things, but if you've ever boxed or sparred someone, been in a ring with someone, maybe in another combat sport, you know that feeling after you've done a few rounds where you're drained of energy. You know exactly what you want to do, what punches you want to land, what movements you want to make with your feet, etc., etc., but your body just can't deliver what you want it to anymore because of fatigue. There's no snap in your punches anymore. Your feet are slow. You can't maintain your stance. You can't maintain the right position and posture. And you're a prime target for being badly hurt if you're that fatigued. I think visualizing that feeling of knowing what you want to do, somebody hits you, you want to catch them back, and you can't get there, your body won't deliver because you haven't done the hard work, you aren't fit enough. That is a strong motivator to push that a little bit further. For me anyway, I've been in that position a lot of times where I can see an opening, I can see a shot I want to deliver to someone, and I just can't do it because my body is drained. And if you picture that feeling, that'll push you through the last little stages of a hike like this.